Hey guys, welcome back. If you remember last time, we were going over some I/O, which is input output. We basically went over the printf statement and how to print different types of data to the screen. And I know you guys are thinking at this point, oh, big whoop, we declared a variable, we printed it. That's not too cool. That's not too extreme. So this time, we're going to learn about actually getting data from the user via the keyboard. And as you guys can see, I haven't changed any of the code. It's still pretty much the same. I'm just going to add some scanf statements in here, and I'm going to explain to you guys what they do and how they work. So if you see here, if I build and run this code, it's exactly what it was last time. And these variables are still set. Now, I'll show you what scanf looks like. It is like that as you see it. Two parentheses and a semicolon. Always end your statements with a semicolon. And we're going to have double quotes in here, just like printf. And it's going to be really, really similar. So we need a placeholder here, because what I'm about to do is substitute a value in for I instead of 15. So we're going to be getting an integer. And if you guys remember, the placeholder for integer is %d. And it's that simple, right? One more thing, you want to come outside the double quotes, comma, and then the variable in which you want to store the data, which is I. So it's pretty similar to printf. It's almost exactly the same thing, except there's one thing. You're going to need the ampersand, which is also called the address operator. So what this does is it accesses the address of the variable I. Everything in programming has an address. We may not work with them explicitly, and we may not know exactly what these addresses are, but everything has an address. And so the user is going to enter us a value, and we're going to store that wherever I is located in memory. Okay, so let's go ahead and, for simplicity, let's just go ahead and duplicate this code for each variable. This is a good time to see if you guys practice. So we want to also scan in a value for f, our float. So we're going to do %f because that's the placeholder for floats. And we're going to keep the ampersand there, and we're going to use f. Okay. And what else? Now we need to do it for D as well. And for doubles, we use LF. We're going to do it here as well. C, make sure I did everything correctly. I, F, F, D. Yes. So this looks correct. Let's run this and see. Let's see what we get. So first, what we see is that it prints the statement "Hello world, what's up?" because that's the first command that we're giving to the compiler. And now we're at the scanf statement, and we see it's kind of just sitting there waiting for data. Nothing's happening until we press something. So let's give it a number. For I, it has to be an integer, and I hit enter to send it, and now you see I is 85, even though I was initially 15 here. We changed its value with the scanf. Now we're at the next scanf statement, and the computer is just sitting and waiting until we give it data for f, which needs to be a float. 65.3, and LF. Now we need a long float or a double. Let's do 58.333. And now we need a character, which can be anything. There we go. C is the plus sign. So there you guys have it. Scanf is pretty simple. Just always remember to use the ampersand in front of your variable when using scanf. That's pretty much the only way that you'll get tripped up, because it's a pretty simple function call. And this pretty much is going to wrap up our discussion on user I/O for the moment. There are more advanced techniques, but we have to learn some other things before we get into that. So stay tuned, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.